Good nutrition is actually simpler than you think, and it doesn't require diets, it doesn't require supplements, it doesn't require keeping track of every nutrient you intake. So, first of all, I have been a fanatic of fitness and nutrition for over 2 decades, and from day one, I had a strong scientific interest. In my early days, there was already a lot of bro science going around, but it all exploded with social media and podcasts. It is definitely an exciting time now because there is a lot of interesting information and research going around on nutrition, on fitness, on holistic health, biohacking, etc. But consider this. Number one, there is too much information from thousands of influencers and pundits, often contradicting each other. So who is right? Number two, information is money, so most information out there is spread by businesses and advertisers, while common sense and simple solutions are left behind. Number three, it can be proven mathematically that most scientific studies out there are wrong due to the statistical methods employed. And I've actually made a video about this already. Number four, the best predictor of success of a daily regime is consistency. If you have to measure every nutrient and buy innumerable supplements, stay on top of all the information at all times, you will eventually be overwhelmed and give up. The result? Countless people are eating processed food and trying to make up for it with even more processed supplements or changing diet every time they see a new post, all in the name of science and all in total illusion of control. And don't get me wrong, I am not dissing science. Science works. It makes planes fly, it cures disease. I dedicated the largest part of my life to science. But what people apply to their diet every day is not science. So right now, I'm going to give you 3 simple rules to follow for optimum nutrition. I emphasize simple because while you can of course become an expert in the field and really fine-tune your knowledge, we still have to face the problem that complexity cannot be sustained for too long. And so at the end of the day, it becomes less effective than simplicity. With these simple rules, you can finally forget about stressing out over your diet and stop trying to piece together all the information on what is good and what is not good for you. Before I proceed, let me remind you that simple doesn't mean easy. You still need to put effort in your nutrition, just like you have to put effort in your workouts if you want results. But it all becomes easy with practice and habit. Rule number 1, make it at home. First of all, when making your food at home from scratch, you know exactly what goes into it. And while anyone who knows anything knows that, it is still so overlooked. When you buy packaged food, take out food, or even eat out all the time, you do not know what goes into it. And given that the purpose of all these products is to make money and not to keep you healthy, you're eating excessive sugars, unhealthy fats, preservatives, and other things that are extremely bad for you day after day. And if you think, oh, but it says healthy on the packet, well, why are you even holding a packet in your hand? If it is packaged and has more than 3 ingredients, then put it down. And I know you know this, but I can hear somebody say, oh, but I don't know how to cook, I don't have time to cook, etc. Well, it is about time you learn or find the time, because otherwise it's like those people who are saying, I want to be fit, but I don't know how to exercise, or I don't have time. Well, that just simply means you don't really want to be fit. Same with cooking. It is part of the process of being healthy and having a good life. And in fact, it is a rewarding and fulfilling activity once you start to see improvements. And you won't be able to go back. I make all my food at home, and when I eat out, not only it tastes bad to me, I also feel the unhealthiness, so to speak. Plus, you save a bunch of money making food at home, and your friends will appreciate your cooking skills. Don't worry, I will make more videos on how to get organized so you can easily make your food at home every day. Now, you decided to cook at home. What do you cook to make sure you get all the nutrients you need? And here comes rule number 2, keep it traditional. I was lucky to grow up in Italy because it has such a strong food culture. This really helped me uncover this fundamental truth. Traditional food is the best food for you. First of all, it has been tried and tested over centuries, if not millennia. While most modern diets are made from patched up information, traditional food has been proven to be good for us empirically in real life. It has evolved over time. It's simple. Culture who tended to eat healthier were fitter, survived longer, reproduced more, and passed on the recipes. It is no coincidence that Italy and Japan, 2 countries with incredibly established food traditions, have the lowest rates of obesity in the world. But all countries with a long enough history will provide you with countless recipes for tasty and healthy food. The traditional preparations from fresh ingredients deliver the most nutrients. Let me give you some examples. Bone broth is a good example because it is rich in collagen and amino acids which are missing from our modern diets of lean meat. Fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, and kefir are rich in probiotics which improve our gut health and boost the immune system. Another example, sourdough bread. Real sourdough bread, like the one I make myself at home. It helps digestion and nutrient absorption while having lower glycemic index than regular bread. And the list goes on. So, by eating traditional, you can finally be sure you're getting all the nutrients you need, and you can stop buying all those supplements or following ridiculous diet. Rule number 3, listen to your body. Now, here comes another important part that sounds like woo, but it isn't. There are general ways in which we are all the same, but there are also small variations between each individual that, while small on the statistical scale, are very large in our own everyday life. For example, the glycemic index of each food is a ballpark figure, but each food has slightly different effects on different people. So how to tell what is good without having regular blood work done or without wearing expensive monitors? This is where listening to your body comes in. Your body has a way to tell you everything. There is a part of the brain called the insula which tells your conscious self the state of your body. But more simply, think of your appetite, your thirst, cravings, the quality of your mood, your energy levels, your focus. But you can also observe things externally, such as your skin quality, your sleep, your breath, your physical performance. If you're not exercising and eating well, some of these things will be off. But how do you listen to your body? Simply start by exercising regularly and making traditional food at home. You will see improvements in everything. Plus, you will discover something else. Your cravings will resume working as they should. When you are healthy, if you crave something, it means you need it. When you had enough food, you feel full. When you're not hungry, you don't need to eat. Your feedback mechanisms are working. When you're sedentary and eat processed food, your cravings are misdirected. This is such an important hack because it can help you adjust what to eat from the large selection of traditional foods and when to eat them. And this without ever having to track and monitor every nutrient or how much you should eat. Your body will tell you everything if you only learn how to listen. And you will also reduce stress in your life, the stress of having to think about every little nutrient. One final piece of advice, which could almost be a bonus rule. Keep the variety going. It is easy to become complacent and always cook the same meals, but that would have the same effect as keep repeating the same routines at the gym. You will eventually plateau and probably injure yourself. With food, it is the same. The variety ensures you're getting all you need and will also keep your feedback mechanisms healthy. After all, in order to have different cravings, you need to be exposed to different foods. You can't listen to your body if you only ever have the same things. I hope this helped, and if it did, please consider supporting me on Patreon, where I do regular live streams and you can ask any questions. Thank you.